I'm live. Hi. Um, I'm a mess right now, guys. I can see that. Oh, the hair's a mess. I'm hot. I've been doing outdoor things because, of course, it's been gorgeous outside, and so I didn't really get cleaned up very well before I came in and started all of this. So you'll have to excuse me. Hello out there. I'm so glad to see you tonight. Um, I actually got things working. I got things working ahead of time. I'm so excited. Just let me know you're here and let me know you can hear me because I'm excited that I got everything working, and I just would be really disappointed if it wasn't working. so so if you can hear me and you can see me, just let me know. I even have been messing all week with this, with the phone situation, and now I just messed it up, didn't I? Um yeah, trying to get it a little closer to the work area, and I think I got it, which I think is exciting. All I have to do is, there it is. There. Okay, we're good. Okay. Hi, Susie. You can hear me, I assume. I'm so glad. Nice to see you. Uh, I'm kind of holding off a little bit. I think I have two people watching right now. And until uh, I have a couple of things to tell you about. And so I'm just getting my stuff ready here anyway. So I have a couple of things to tell you, but I want to wait till I know some people are on that are going to want to hear this because it's important things. Oh, good. Thanks, Susie. um, yeah, I really, I think that this, I think I finally figured this out with the phone and everything. And I'm going to try actually doing this, bringing this one over there. Look at that. It's a little bit bigger now. I wish I could turn it, but I can't because as soon as I turn it, it goes upside down and everything. But at least you can see better what's going on here. It's a little closer. Um, it's just a little bit better there. And yes, I'm small. I want it that way. I want to be small because my hair's a mess. I'm a mess. My everything's a mess. I'm going to do something right now that I have such a hard time doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. I just replaced my old Stampin' Blends, the Granny Apple Green, light and dark. They were trashed. They were such a mess. And I got a new set, and they're there, and I'm throwing the old ones away. And you have no idea how hard that is for me to throw away Stampin' Blends, even though they're no good, mind you. I just have a really hard time doing it. So I guess I'm going to start with just letting people know what's going on. Okay. First of all, I never picked a name last week, and I'm going to do that later. I'm not going to forget tonight. In fact, I'm getting my box of names right out right now. Um, I had I only had three people on last week, but a couple of people watched later and mentioned to me that they were on. So I want to make sure I get all those people. And I know Karen said she wasn't feeling real well earlier today. And Linda had a previous engagement, but Linda is going to watch this later. So I do know that I have some people that will be watching later. And but this is for last week anyway. So I have a couple names here that are all going to go in. I have to see whose names they are because I want to make sure I get the right people in here that were on last week. And Susie, okay. I got everybody. Okay, so I'm going to do this right now. It looks like Susie, it looks like you're the only one on, but I have like three other people. I have three people on. So I'm not sure who they are, but say hi. Come on, tell me you're here. Okay, Linda. Linda wins the card. So I will get this out to, actually, I'll see her and I'll get it to her. And I'm going to mark that down so I remember. Linda gets the card. Okay, couple of things here. For I Susie, you're a demo, so this is not going to really affect you. But for customers, shipping is, well, it is going to affect you, but not the way I'm going to tell you. Does that make sense? Shipping as of April 1st. I mean, I knew this was coming. I'm pretty sure you all could have figured out that it was coming because, well, everything. Prices are just going up all over the place, and Stampin' Up! Is no exception. They could not keep their prices where they were, so they've needed to make a few changes. And starting April 1st, shipping is going up. Right now, it is $6.95 minimum, and then it's 11% of your order. So basically, it's 11% of your order with or 10% of your order with the $6.95 minimum. So that's going up to 11% of your order with a $7.95 minimum. Okay, so if you spend like $70 some, you'll hit the $7.95, and over that, it'll be 11% of your order. So up to that $72, you'll pay $7.95 for shipping. Okay, that's that. Some other things, the new catalog is going to be having some price increases, and I just want to give some warning shots for that. May 2nd, the new catalog comes out. And I did mention this before about the in colors that are going away. We have Cinnamon Cider, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Bumblebee, and Misty Moonlight will be going away. So if you are especially fond of those colors, get your re-inkers. I just got a whole pack of them in today. I ordered, hi Connie. I ordered all of the re-inkers for all the ink colors just to make sure I'm squared away with them. If you like those colors, if you want the paper, you want to grab some of that, do it now because the prices will be going up. Well, the ink colors will be going away, those 5 that I just mentioned. But as of May 2nd, the new catalog comes out, and a lot of the prices are going to increase somewhat. So if you're getting low in stock of your card stock or your inks or your note, any of that kind of stuff, anything that's in the annual catalog now, and it's probably going to be repeated, the price will be going up probably a little bit. So you might want to kind of try to stock up now. That just might be a good idea. I can give you one example, the new kits. There's a new kit. It's robots, something or other. It's kids cards. It's cute. You can look at that online. I don't have one, and I don't have any pictures right now to show you, but it's a cute set. That's going up to $23. Kits had been $19, so they're going up. The new kits will be going up to $23. So I just thought I'd mention that. Okay, and as far as shipping goes, I've told people this before, but if you're local to me and you want to place an order and it's a small order, it's not a humongous order with a lot of stuff. I will split the shipping with you because I am always placing orders. So if you send me an email, nettiep2020@gmail.com, and let me know you want to order something, I will place the order for you. And if I have a couple different people ordering and I can split the shipping a couple of ways, I will do that. And I'm going to zip out of here for 1 second because I have a tea over here. See, I'm right back. I had my tea. I brought it upstairs and I left it sit out in the foyer. Anyway, where was I? Shipping. I will combine some orders and then we'll split the shipping costs. So just, like we'll give you a little break, not a huge break. Shipping won't be free, but he'll give you a break. um, and I'm happy to do that. I do keep some cash and carry items here if you ever need anything. Um, I, it's glues mostly, adhesives, all the different adhesives. Some kits. I have some kits, like if you would need to all of a sudden make some cards or even for a gift. The kits make great gifts. I do keep that stuff here in stock. I do not keep an inventory of inks. I have some card stock, but not much. But I really don't do. Hello, I have somebody new watching first time. Welcome, glad to see you. So I just wanted to let you know that I do have some things here, cash and carry. If you're interested, that also I would not charge you shipping for that. So if you're local to me, somewhere near Warnersville, that you could pick things up or meet me somewhere to deliver it, I am happy to add your order to my order and split the shipping. Okay, tonight, what I want to do is I want to make a couple of fun fold cards. And I have to thank Jackie Bolias at Clomp and Stamper because I did get some of these ideas from her. She's trying to use up Designer Series paper. And anybody who knows me knows that I love Designer Series paper. As soon as a new catalog comes out, I order all of the designer paper because I know I'm going to use it. I use it. I love it. And I end up with a lot left over at the end of the season when the new catalogs come out. Speaking of new catalogs will be coming out. I'm ordering them as we speak. If you are not on my catalog mail list and you want to be, send me an email, nettiep2020@gmail.com. Send me an email and I will gladly send you a catalog. I need your mailing address and I'll get an annual catalog out to you. They will be coming out um, in April, and May 2nd they go into effect. Okay, let's get into making some cards here. I have a couple of daffodils sitting here just waiting. The first card, like I said, these are from Jackie Bolias. This paper, by the way, is a celebration paper. It is the daffodils. And, well, you can't order it anymore, but I do have some of it around yet. So if you place an order up to $50 with me, hi, Carol. I have some daffodil paper and I have some rainbow paper. These are left over. And I also have some of the stamp sets left over from Celebration. You place an order with me over $50, I will see that you get. Let me know what you want. And if I have it, I'll get it to you. How does that sound? Okay. Daffodil paper. I think I did this because I know a lot of you already got the daffodil paper and you love it. And I love it. But, we want to use it up. Okay, so what we're going to do here, let me get my measurements. We are going to start with a piece of Designer Series paper, 5.5 by 11.25. Oh, yeah, 11.25. Okay, so that is 5.5 by 11.25. Now, I will send these measurements out to you. So if you are not on my email list, Kathleen, I don't believe you're on my email list. So you may want to drop me an email, nettiep2020@gmail.com and send me your email address and I will put you on my email list. And then what I do is if I have something with a lot of measurements after tonight's show, I will do an email with the picture of the card and the instructions and the measurements and everything, and I will get that out to everybody on my email list. So If you want to be added to my email list or to my mailing list for catalogs or anything like that, let me know. So anyway, first piece, 5.5 by 11.25. It's easy to remember. Just cut three quarters of an inch off of your piece of designer series paper. Watch your pattern. This one has the daffodils in it all going up and down. Okay, we're going to score it at, and this you have to watch when you're scoring it. Make sure that you score it so that it's going to fold correctly. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, you want to score it. I've already scored this. I'm just showing you at 1 inch, at 1 inch, at 4 inches, and at 7 inches. Okay, so what you have ended up with is you're going to fold this over. You're going to fold this over this way, this over this way, and this way. So you just have one little piece of the opposite side of your designer series paper sticking up over here, and it just looks pretty, right? Okay, so this is our fold. This is how it's going to look. Then we're going to burnish everything really good. And then we're going to take a piece on the inside. I'm using the Very Vanilla 2.5 by 5 and a coordinating layer, a layer that goes with the designer series paper. This is Butter Bumblebee, and it's 5 1/8 by 2 5/8. And you're going to glue the two of them together. And you'll be gluing them inside in just a second. But what I wanted to do first, and this is something else I wanted to show you guys. I know some of you really like to hear about these ideas for organizing things. And my friend Debbie, who was also a demonstrator, but you met her at the team meeting the other day. I saw she did this, and I was like, wow, that is such a cool idea. I pack up these blocks to take with me to shows and to parties. So when I do parties at people's houses, I always have a bunch of these blocks with me, all the different sizes. And then inevitably somebody will say to me, well, what size block is that? And it's one of these blocks somewhere, but somewhere. That's the key, trying to find them. So I took my little label maker. I use my label maker so much. And I made the label with the block, and I just taped it there. And what I also did, let me show you. This is my whole box of blocks. So I have them all labeled. You can see all the different sizes. And then the ones that I take with me, I put my initials AP on with the label maker. God bless label makers. So I just had to show you that, because then I have them in order so I can find them easier, because I know what sizes go with what and what should be where and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take, this is in the Daffodil Daydream stamp set. And it's just a little border stamp, and I think it's a pretty stamp. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow because it coordinates and it is different from everything else I'm using. I've been using Bumblebee, and I've been using Granny Apple Green. You'll see what I mean. And just put that onto the side. Pretty. Okay, and then I have my chamois over here. And I just want to find a nice saying to put on that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my flowing flowers because I love the fonts and I just like it, the way everything looks on this particular set. And I think this is going to be just a no, happy birthday is not going to fit. Okay, maybe I'm not going to use this stamp set because these are just a little too big. I'm trying to find a nice little okay, guys. I'm going to use special moments since we're playing with celebration items. Just a card to say you're amazing. Okay. For some reason, I keep putting the chamois away. So what's everybody up to? Wasn't it a gorgeous day today? Gosh, I couldn't stand it. It was so nice out. Just loved it. Did you get outside? Get to mess around a little bit and play in the dirt maybe or something? This time of year I have to really watch myself because I get so tempted to get out there and start planting things. My daffodils are peeking up, my tulips are peeking up a little bit, and I just really want to get out there and dig in the dirt and play. And it's too early. You can't do it. It's like, don't do it. Gosh. Ooh. Well, somebody got in here that wasn't supposed to. And I know that somebody's commenting that isn't supposed to be. And I know that I can do something to get rid of them, but I don't know how to do that. Ugh. Okay, guys, sorry, but I have these comments. Are you seeing these comments too? Are they coming through on your thing? Like I'm getting these, I don't know, something about naked without clothing or something. I don't know. And I'm trying to get rid of them and I don't know how to delete them. But I will figure it out because I know there's a way to do it. Oh, you're not seeing them, Susie? Okay, good. All right. As long as you're not seeing them, I will figure out how to delete them later and I'll get rid of them. So back to what I'm doing here. Okay, so what I have done then is I cut out a couple of daffodils and I started coloring them so you don't have to sit here and watch me color. And what I'd like to do here is I would like to take some of this ruched, I don't know, ruched ribbon. That sounds very Pennsylvania Dutch to me, suspiciously Pennsylvania Dutch, ruched ribbon. But that's what I'm going to use here, this yellow, and I think this was in the clearance rack. I just really like this ribbon though, so I bought quite a bit of it. And I'm going to put it in this first fold, and I'm going to tie it in a bow. And Connie, okay, you guys don't see them. I'm glad because I don't know where they're coming from or why. I got a message the other day on my email that said it was from Facebook, that said that inappropriate messages were coming through on my broadcasts, and I don't know what they're talking about. Ugh. Anyway, Connie, thank you for sending out the YouTube video link for tying bows. Obviously, I didn't watch it yet. Oh my gosh. And Susie, do you mind if I show your gorgeous card? Susie sent a card to me, and I just, it was so pretty. And that's it. Isn't that pretty? It is Art in Bloom, I think it was called, the stamp set, and it's in the annual catalog. And it's an embossing. It's a hybrid, I think. It's so pretty. And she colored just around the edges. She got some of the leaves colored, and it's just such a nice card, Susie. I really love it. Thank you. Connie sent the directions for tying a bow. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet, but thank you for sending it. And I did keep it. I will watch it. I usually am not too bad with bows, but sometimes, like right now, that's really giving me a hard time. Anyway, so I'm going to glue this down just at a couple of places so that it stays shut, because it doesn't really, once you get, actually, I'm going to glue the whole thing down. Once you get the ribbon on there and you get it tied, you don't need that to be opening. And I'm also going to use a glue dot to hold the bow in place. Yeah, Connie, she said it was her first attempt at the set, and I was like, well, I'll tell you what, you couldn't tell. It's so pretty. There. The ribbon hit the runner. So here we go. There's that. And then I'm going to just put that. That's it. That's easy. I'm going to put that down with Connie. The card that you did for the team swap with Laura Milligan, the big one. My husband asked me for some thank you cards for some people, and I used that because I really thought it was so pretty, the one you made. And I started messing with it and using sparkle paper because I love sparkle paper. And I just have to show you, I copied yours, but using green and the sparkle paper, and that's how that came out. I like that one too. But I love the one you did. I thought that was so pretty. In fact, just so everybody knows what I'm talking about, this is the one Connie made. And I just thought that was very pretty too. Okay. Show and tell. So this is it. This is our fun fold card. It's really neat because all the designer series paper has two sides, and it just gives you a chance to use both sides. You could actually put another thing here if you wanted to, with to put more notes, or like if you wanted to do a happy birthday and then say something over here, or anything like that. You could do a lot with this fold. But I have another one coming, so let me quick show you. I did exactly the same thing on this one. It's the same measurements, and it's just with different paper. Also, again, the daffodil paper. And this one I am, instead of doing the border, I'm going to put happy birthday on this. If I can find happy birthday, because I think that will fit. No, it won't. Ugh. I'm going to find something that has a happy birthday that will fit in there. Or I'm not going to put anything in this one because I do want to do this. I want to make this into a get well card. And rather than while you're sitting here hunting for a get well message, I'm just going to assemble it. And then I will find something to say to make it a get well card. I use the pink. And I'm going to use the yellow ribbon here. I like the yellow ribbon, and I think it goes very nicely. Stamp one half and the other half under it. Yes, you're right. You're right, Susie. That would be the best way to do it. Just put happy and then birthday. That would be the way to do it on that small insert. But I'm going to do a get well card there, so I have to hunt for a get well message, which I know I have. Really close. So this one's almost exactly like the first one, just different paper. And I'm just doing it this way to show you that this is just a great way to use up your designer paper. And there it is again. Okay. So I glued down the edge of that, and then I'm going to glue the bow down with a glue dot. Here's the glue dot. Then what I decided to do on this one is use the daisy punch. I used the medium daisy punch, and I'm going to glue two of them together. I cut that out of the very vanilla paper, and I want to use a piece. Playing with patterns, resin dots is what I have here. And I'm going to grab one of those big yellow dots out of here. These things come in handy sometimes for things like this. I'm going to grab one of these big yellow dots, and I'm going to stick it in this. Actually, maybe not the big one. I'm going to stick that in the center of the daisy. And then I'm going to use dimensionals to put the whole thing in place. And there's that. and it will say feel better soon inside. So those are two pretty easy ones. And I have one more. Again, it's a nice little fun fold. It is going to start with, let me grab these measurements here. Number 2. Okay, you take your designer series paper and you cut it 4 by 12. I messed this up 2 times, and then I finally said, you know what? I can deal with this. I can work with this. Okay, so you cut it, it's at 12 by 4. You score it in an inch, and you score it at 6.5. You need to be careful when you're using, like, this paper is one that is very definitely directional. So you want to make sure that you have the right direction. So I didn't, and I scored it twice at an inch at each time, which made my card short, but that's okay. Because what I decided to do then is take the inside and just glue that down. Then I take a piece of, again, very vanilla, and I used Pear Pizzazz for this. This is 5 by 3.5. This is 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. Glue those together. And I'm just going to glue that into my inside. This is wrong. I would always stamp this first before I glue it down. Right? Okay. I did kind of mess that up. All right. I took the Label Me Lovely punch, and I punched it in very vanilla, and I punched it in Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to cut it in half, the Pear Pizzazz, not the very vanilla, just the Pear Pizzazz. And I am going to grab my glue. Just put a little on the bottom here and the top. Just to make it a little bit bigger, because I want to put it here on the side to kind of cover up where I messed up. So it's going to go right there. And then it looks like it was supposed to be that way. I could put this on here, but I don't think I'm going to. Oh, I know what I was going to do here. Now I'm going to glue this down too. No ribbon this time. I'm going to put this, actually, yeah, I like it better this way. I'm looking for Thinking of You to put on this. You know, when you have these stamp sets that are the photopolymer, sometimes it is so easy to lose a stamp and have it right in front of your face and you just don't see it. And that's what I was just having happen right there. I was looking for the stamp that says Thinking of You, and it wasn't there. But it was. It was right in front of my face. I just wasn't seeing it. So, okay, so I'm going to say thinking of you. I'm going to do that in Pear Pizzazz because it's the green that I used for this. And on this one, I cut these out already. These are also in the Daffodil Suite. You have a couple of different colors going on in here. So I just thought I would grab some of them and maybe just use my blends to zap this guy up a little bit. And then I just, just kind of almost fold them in half and stick them here. But that's not the end. We're not done yet. Okay, I'm going to put that on with a glue dot. And the other thing that I'm sure you all know is I love the brass butterflies that we have out this time in the catalog. And I just think these cards beg for butterflies. So, my gosh, I have 15 packs of them going here. I'm trying to find one that's already open so that I don't open. Yeah, there's one. Okay. I have so many of them open already. Okay. That's going to go there. And then there will be a brass butterfly down here. And I will put one more butterfly up here. And that's probably it. Then I'm going to attach this with a dimensional. Here it is. Okay, for everybody, I'm sure you all know, if you comment while I'm online, I will put your name in a drawing and you get one of the cards that I make tonight. So if you watch this at any time this week, make sure you comment so that I know you watched it, and then I will make sure that you get one of these cards this week. There it is, thinking of you. Now, I'm going to put something else inside here too. In fact, this one is going to get a piece of designer paper. Oh, no, I'll use the other side of that designer paper. In here. A little place there. Okay. Oh, I know there's another hint that I forgot to tell you about. I just found this out too today or the other day. You know how sometimes when you are gluing things. Carol, this is one of your favorite things to do when you're when you're gluing things that have like, I'll give you a really good example. Connie, your card that I just showed everybody, this background piece here. Ugh, come on, let me find one. I have a couple of them here ready to go. So you have this and you put glue on the back of it. Now, what I like to do is put this down on a piece of silicone and then sponge on the glue so I get the whole thing covered with glue, and then put it down on my piece that I'm going to put it on. Okay, then you put it on. Well, then the glue seeps out and it gets all around the edges, and next thing you know, you've got smears of glue, and then they get sticky and they stick to the envelopes and things like that. Well, I learned something. If you have an embossing buddy, this is something Stampin' Up! Used to sell for embossing when you're heat embossing, to clear away any dust or anything like that that would stick to your Versamark ink. And it also works on, you take it and you go like this over top of this when it's done. It gets rid of all those glue. It powders them basically. You don't see it, but it gets rid of them and you just don't have that stickiness ever anymore. I love this. So I got another embossing buddy. Basically what it is like a piece of cotton t-shirt, I think, filled with, I'm going to say cornstarch, because I think that's all it is. And I know they have them on Amazon. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have them anymore. I had this one. I wish I would have realized that I've got a couple more, but it's wonderful when you have a card that has glue on the front of it and you can't get it off. I mean, I know I showed you that there are erasers that can erase glue, like this eraser and this eraser. These will get rid of glue, but when you're working with something like this, that's impossible. Hey, Karen, you're there. You feeling better? I hope. Good. I'm glad to see you. But yeah, when you have you know, you can't erase this off of here. You're going to have, it's going to make a mess. You're going to rip the paper and everything else. So yeah, use the embossing buddy. That sucker is great. It works like a charm. So just wanted to tell you that. Okay, so we are done for tonight. We made, let's see, we made a couple of cards. Karen, if you just joined us now, go back and watch some of the beginning, because I was telling people about pricing going up. And well, I know you know that you can always place an order with me and I will give you a break on shipping. So that's good. You're welcome, Susie. I hope that helps. I really do. I know I was like, when I first saw that, I was actually watching a video. I watched a lot of videos this week. Jay Soriano is a demonstrator in the United Kingdom who is marvelous with Stampin' Blends. I mean, that guy, he can make things look just fabulous with color, any kind of color. He does watercolor pencil stuff too. A lot of his tutorials he charges for, but if you can catch him on a Facebook Live, or if you can catch him on a live, he can be very helpful. But he used that Stampin' Buddy, and I thought, what is he doing? And he said, get rid of some of this glue smudge here. And I was like, what? What? What a great idea. And so, yep, I tried it out and it works. It works like a charm. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Karen. And I hope that you continue to get better so that you're back to normal next week. So here we go. We did this one with the daisy, which I'm going to make into a get well card. We did this one with a daffodil, and we did this one with the butterflies and daffodils. And these are all, I think, springy cards, and that's why I did them tonight, because I'm just so happy that we're finally getting some spring, right? Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it, and I'm so glad to see you all. And that's it for tonight. Thanks again. Have a good evening. I'll see you next week. Same time, 7:30 every Wednesday.